Well, the best part about the metric system, and you can see a chart with it on your page 67 there, metric system goes in powers of 10. Okay, so if you go ahead and look at the chart and their meanings here, you see everything goes down by a power of 10. Okay, 1,000 to 100 to 10 to 1, and then to decimal values. Okay, and these are the symbols that are here for it. So I have kilometer, hectometer, decameter, meter, decimeter, centimeter, and millimeter. And we've heard a lot of these before when applying to different things, okay? So when we're going to go ahead and convert in the metric system, if I go to a larger unit to a smaller unit, I'm going to multiply by 10 for each move I make. Okay, so each step I take and I go to the right or toward the smaller units, I'm going to multiply by 10. Vice versa, if I go the opposite direction and go from a smaller unit to a larger unit, I'm going to divide everything by 10 for each step I take. Okay, so from larger to smaller, I multiply. From smaller to larger, I go ahead and divide. All right, so we don't necessarily need fractions for this. We're just literally moving the decimal around. Okay, so if I want to go ahead and look at page 70, okay, and I want to convert 8,000 meters to kilometers, which is km. Okay, now that means I'm taking a smaller unit and going ahead and going to a larger unit, which means I'm performing division by 10. All right, division by 10, all it does is move the decimal place over. So when we're dividing by powers of 10, our decimal is starting right here. Okay, because it's a whole number. And every time I divide by 10, that decimal moves to the left one place value. Now the spaces between meter and kilometer, okay, I have meter here. I have 1, 2, 3 units, okay? So I'm moving over 1, 2, 3 units to get to kilometer. Okay, I'm starting off here, okay? So that means I'm going to go ahead and move my decimal smaller, because I'm dividing by 10, 3 places. 1, 2, 3. And so my decimal is going to go here. So my answer to that is 8 kilometers. Okay, pretty easy. All right, let's go ahead and look at B. So I'm going to do 53 meters. And I want to go ahead and go to millimeters. So now I have a larger value. I'm making a smaller value. Okay, which means that this one, I have to go ahead and multiply by powers of 10. Okay, now the difference between this one and the smaller one. Okay, I'm starting with meters, and I got to go all the way over here to millimeters. So now I'm going smaller, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and that means I got to multiply by my power of 10. All right, so if I go ahead and take my 53, okay, and my decimal goes ahead and starts right here. All right, and I need to multiply by powers of 10, which means it gets bigger by decimal places. So I have 1, 2, 3 places my decimal needs to end up here. And in those blank spaces, I'm going to go ahead and put zeros. Okay, so 53 meters to millimeters is 53,000 millimeters. All right. If I go ahead and look at part C, I want to go 604 centimeters to hectometers, which means according to my chart, I'm going from centimeters. I only have 3 colors, guys, sorry. Okay, I'm going to centimeters to hectometers. Okay, which means I'm moving from here to here, so I'm dividing by 10. Okay, I'm moving over 1, 2, 3, 4 places. Okay, so I got to divide by 10 4 times. All right, So I'm going to go ahead and take my 604, and I'm dividing, so I have to go ahead and move my decimal to the left or make it smaller. Decimal starts here. I go 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I need to go ahead and put my 0 here. And of course, if you are like me, I usually also put a 0 in front of the decimal. That's not necessary in this case. Okay, and I have 0.0604 hectometers. Okay, so go ahead and try a few, and I'll meet you back up for converting between the two.